I box, fight, because I want to fight. Because I feel it's necessary that women empower themselves in whatever way they can. There's nothing stopping you but yourself. There is no area that a man should do and a woman can't do. If you want to, it's there for you. I fight because I want to be a positive role model for young girls or women out there who do want to take that road to freedom and to have choice. What I'm saying is, I can if I want to, and I'm going to. We're on our way to Fleetwood, and this is it. This is the day I have been waiting for. I mean, I've been very nervous about it because I suppose the pressure's on for me to actually win this fight, and I want to win it. I've been working very hard. I've been training hard, sleepless nights, the usual. For me, I'm not really concentrating on the belt too much. I know it's for the British super welterweight, but the belt is the last thing on my mind right now. All I want to do is just get this fight over and done with. I want to be successful. I want to win. I want to win. Oh God, I don't even think of losing. Losing is not even on the agenda. That's something I can't even contemplate. And really and truly, if I think of losing now, then it's no point me going in the ring. I want to win. That's it. I was quite free in the West Indies. Freedom played a strong part. I was free to do whatever I want, go wherever I want. Although you knew you had to listen to the older generation, that was something that was unspoken. We had respect for the elders, and there was more of a communal spirit. Here, there seemed to be a lack of it. And my children, even though I'd really love them to be free in terms of going out and doing what I was doing in the West Indies, not being fearful of, strangers and stuff. I can't do that here. Because you wanted the bow for your board, yeah? Yeah, but you never know. You've got to try, haven't you? If you don't try, you'll never know. Raising children is a great, massive, task, because the next generation, society, so I take that as my first priority. being able to teach them. So therefore, when they grow up, they're supposedly good children. Then hopefully other children out there would see that, follow, and isn't that what we want? A good society, and that's what I'm aiming for. That's my main priority. So being able to empower myself in kickboxing and doing all these things, achievement, they'll see, and hopefully they'll follow the good steps and go from there. We can do that on Saturday.
It's more expensive, Dad. It isn't. It is.
I wanted to go.
Price. I saw it. £6. Ain't the same price. It is. They're all £6, isn't it, Mum?
I wanted to go and grab.
But I have to look at it in a way from a black perspective, because I am the mother of black children. So therefore, they're seeing me as in a way, role model. Like I saw my mother. I didn't see other people. I saw my mother. So therefore, the education is going to come from inside.
All right, first things first. We'll go to the shop, see if there's a valve, yeah? That's it, first. This morning. Oh, look, there's a box in.
That's
At your home.
You should be doing this.
No, that's men. That's men's stuff.
Last time you was on a
Yeah, but that's men. When the men do it, they don't really, I don't think they want the women there at the same time. They're not very sympathetic to women boxers, I shouldn't think.
You have men there as well?
No, not on the same bout, we don't, no. But they come to watch. They come to watch.
Why don't they do women versus men?
No, I don't think it's in the rules, Chris.
When you've come from a history where you are at the bottom, you've always been at the bottom, there's a fear that you'll stay at the bottom and your children will stay at the bottom. So therefore, for me, I'm thinking it's even worse for me because I want to get out. And I don't want my children to stay at the bottom like I did. Whereas other nationalities, they're not coming from that philosophy or that mind of, I think, in a way, fighting history, fighting what even a lot of black people themselves seem to think. We're not going to do it. We're not going to get anywhere. Why bother? This negative attitude about themselves, about the race. Parents would say, well, oh, white children are much more intelligent than black children. When you keep hearing that in your head all the time, you think you're no good, and then you assume that white people are better than you. So therefore, you put yourself down. And black women now are finding, no, that's not right.
So it's up and turn. All right?
Bring your knees up, turn the button. That's it. Now go. Right.
Ready? Go.
I want to achieve even more now, because I realize when I get older, I don't want to have regrets like that and say, if only, if is a word I don't want to use. And that is why I tend to take challenges on, because I say, well, you can do it once. If it doesn't come out, then fine, go into another one. But at least I took a chance. If I didn't take that chance, I'll always say, well, if only I knew. Oh, if I had. No, I don't deal in ifs. Not at all.
Jab and strike. Jab and strike. Too late.
I want to direct all the strength that I have in a good road, so that, because remember, I'm going to be a role model for my children, other black children out there. And I think a lot of the women are beginning to do that now in terms of going for education. They are getting educated now and they're realizing, right, if this is what's going to get me better, if this is what's going to make my children see that something can be done, then I'm going to do it. And there is a strong determination out there now.
Well,
we just have to break down those barriers.
Keep your opponent back when the person's coming onto you. I mean, if you've got a sure thing, then you can move, and then all of a sudden, wham, come in. Yeah? Right, so loosen.
It may be silent fighting, but it's still fighting all the same. Fighting to be independent, fighting to be who I want to be, so that when Marsha grows up, she has the choice. I didn't have the choice. I had to just deal with life straight, where she's got the chance to probably be happy. I think I am a natural-born fighter. I don't know why. Probably it's life. It's life. And plus I read a lot of books as well. Black books in terms of black identity, Marcus Garvey, and knowing about, issues, black issues. I'm looking for, in a way, positive role models as a black woman. It's always a struggle. It is going back in history and black people having to realize where it came from. The slavery time in terms of the disunity and fighting amongst ourselves. Obviously, it kept, the states, imperialist states, where they wanted us. But now we have a chance now and we have to take it. So we do have to realize that we need to talk about past to assess where we are and then work on where we're going. I mean, in terms of, I know I'm a black woman. I know I've had to struggle from bottom and I want to make it to the top. And there shouldn't be a fear or a hindrance in actually wanting that.
You're stemming back, come on, you're hitting and stemming back. Remember the tire, walk on the tire, come on, it's there,
Tire.
come on.
Seconds out, Rambo!
The only way I can, from my point of view, to see a better integration of races is if, for me, as a black woman, we get together and we look at what happened and we acknowledge it. The white race won't be your problem anymore because you'll already have understood, well, this what happened. So therefore now, let's work on ourselves. Because if someone, let's say, is kicking you on the floor and you're down there, you have to stand up to face that person. If you keep sitting down, of course the person's going to take liberties. It's natural.
I didn't go low.
Tekla, come on. Tekla.
Okay.
Okay, Tekla.
You can't look at the person who's kicking you to be compassionate. You're in the position and they're going to kick. So it's up to you now to do things that you can to empower yourself to be able to stand up and meet that person on an equal basis. And then they won't kick you anymore. And that's where I'm coming from.
Ready, go, come on, move it. Move the hands, come on. Legs, come on, move it there, come on. Good, come on.
Sometimes, I suppose, I do use physical to shield the emotion. I think I do. I'm going to be truthful, I think I do. And because obviously, physical, you can always heal from physical, but the emotional takes much longer. So in a way, probably, if I wasn't doing boxing or kickboxing or whatever, then I think I might be sitting in my house and wondering, why has everyone got this and I haven't? And I'll be moping around. And that might make me do things that I don't want to do, which is to jump into a relationship with a partner, which is unsuitable for me.
If someone wants to have a partner, then I'm not against that at all. It's just where the relationship is worthwhile, whether it's going to be beneficial to you, to the both of you, man or woman. But it has to be on equal terms. It has to be. I've gone too far now to, have a partner who really wants me to be in the house, washing dishes and having children. Gone beyond that.
I do not want to be submissive in my life to anybody. I don't want to feel powerless anymore. I didn't want to lose control like I had done. And I really want to be able to stand up for myself and not feel helpless and alone. Initially, I didn't really think about martial arts or boxing in any way, but as the opportunity arose, I thought, well, this would be good, because looking back on the incident, I thought, well, if I need to get myself into control and empower myself, this is the only way that I feel that it could be done.
In most women, I don't think they realise the power that they give a man in terms of assuming that he's all powerful.
The man being stronger, the man having all the muscle, you know, no matter how much of a woman you think you are, in a way, there's this intimidating thing of the man, you know, image of man. He's always been the strong one. He's always been the one who can, you know, punch you to kingdom come, you know, that type of stuff. The kickboxing did help a lot. I think it did help. Because when I first started training, what happened was I started to spar with the men. Now, when I first went in front of a man, which I didn't realize this is what was happening out there. I first went in front of a man and I was terrified. This is a man. This man is going to kill me, you know. And the man hasn't even touched you yet. The person's probably just come off the street and have never done kickboxing before. But it's the image of man, of our perception of what man is, scares us, you know. So when I started to spar with the man, then I started to realize, oh, you can't do the hooks, just like I can't do the hooks. You know, you can't punch straight, just like I can't punch straight. It's that, in fact, on a lot of occasions, there was a couple of men who'd say, don't touch my face. And I was thinking, no, usually women say that. How come you're saying, no, don't touch, I don't get hit on my face. No, not my face. You know, and I was getting all these things. I said, right, so it's a lie, is it?
Let's go, move! Touch ground, move, let's go.
So I learned not to be afraid of a man, because every time I used to spar with a man and I say, sorry, you know, so he said, right, you hit her. You know, every time she says sorry, hit her, you know. So I got to, you know, shut up pretty quick, you know, because they'll actually hit me. And they say, no, I can't hit a woman. No, I can't hit a woman. You know, that type of thing.
Come on.
And when I'm beating them up now, oh, you know, the eyes would drop and they'd turn to their friends and think, oh, you know, and then they'll start sparring properly with me now, realizing that, you know, don't see me as a woman, see me as a fighter.
Stand up too much.
All I saw was just sheer power, the power to be able to do something like that, the power to be able to be in control. And I thought, yes, I want some of that.
Confidence. It's given me 100% confidence. I think I could challenge anybody before. Now I can challenge. If someone says something, I can tell them, no, I don't think so. You know, whereas before, you know, I was the very submissive type. And again, I used to say sorry all the time. Sorry, I'm sorry, you know, all that type of things. Now I don't say that anymore. Confidence is something that just comes. I mean, once you get it, no matter what area you get it in, you're going to use it anywhere else. If I can challenge, let's say, a man in the gym, when I see a man walking down the street, I won't, you know, sort of like cower in a way. We're now two people on equal basis now. You know, you can't use fear to make me do what you want anymore. You can't use any other mechanisms because I know all that. You know, come to me as an equal now. In life, everything teaches you something, gives you something. But the thing is to know it. And I do realize how much kickboxing, Thai or boxing has actually done for me as a woman on her own.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a warm hand to both boxers. And the winner by majority decision from the blue corner.
It shows you positive side, determination, perseverance, sweat and tears, you know, achievement. That's what I look at, the positives more than the negatives. Negatives is always there. You just have to crawl and take all the positives that you can, you know. And I just work a day at a time with that in my hand. I'm fighting in a way to get something, a better life.